Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined today by Tokyo Brandon. If you guys do not know Tokyo Brandon, you are missing out. Number one in MLB profit in 2024. He made his backers 145 units. Welcome in, Brandon. Today we're going to talk about MLB, KBO, and Japanese baseball. If you guys were living under a rock during 2020, you missed out because KBO and Japanese baseball took the world by storm because we had nothing else to bet on. Brandon, and I think it kind of got pushed back to the wayside once the major US sports came back. But we need to talk about why this is still an intricate part of your betting series and why people need to not be overlooking Asian baseball.
Yeah, the first thing is the Asian baseball lines are really soft because there's not a lot of bookmakers that are dedicated to making these lines, and they're very soft. So very easy to win Asian baseball compared to Major League Baseball or NFL or American sports. That's the main reason I stick to it. My KBO has been successful year in and year out, and my Japanese baseball has been doing well as well.
If you guys did not know, a little history on Brandon. He moved to Tokyo, hence the name, a long, long time ago. Brandon, give some people a little bit of your background so they understand why you're so well versed in this sport.
I moved to Japan in 1993, actually. So yeah, quite a while ago. I did do Major League Baseball scouting for one Major League Baseball team for a decade. I was scouting Japanese pitchers. Interesting fact, I did go to Otani's high school, and he went to the same high school as Kikuchi. So, interesting fact there. But yeah, I've been in Japan for a while, to say the least.
Love it. Let's get into some of these major differences here. When most of our audience is betting MLB all summer long, they should be looking at KBO and Japanese baseball. So let's get into some of the rules differences and, of course, some of the gameplay.
Yep. So starting with rule differences, the main difference between Asian baseball and Major League Baseball is that Asian baseball games can end in a tie. Japanese baseball goes 3 innings past the 9th inning, and if they're still tied after 12 innings, it ends in a tie. And in KBO, they'll go 2 extra innings, so they'll go 11 and end it in a tie. So because of this, regarding betting, run lines very dangerous. -1's very dangerous because if a game ends in a tie, your -1 or your run line will automatically.
Something else to consider here when betting Asian baseball versus MLB is
gameplay differences. So let's just go right at it. Major League Baseball, generally the games will end with a total of 8.1, whereas in Japanese baseball, the average score is around 6.8. So Japanese baseball games are very low scoring, very pitcher oriented. Japanese baseball managers will leave their pitchers in 7, 8 innings, which is unheard of in Major League Baseball. But the pitcher level is very high. As you can see, all the pitchers that are going to Major League Baseball, including Yamamoto, Sasaki, Otani, Darvish. So they do have talented pitchers, very little power. So a lot of low scores in Japanese baseball. That's one thing to consider if you're betting Japanese baseball. KBO, on the other hand, averages 8.9 runs a game, which is a little higher than Major League Baseball. A lot of people ask me, where do I rank the levels of KBO compared to MLB? And I would rank KBO right around the college level, maybe somewhere between college and single A level. So it's a very low level of play. The fielding is horrible, lots of errors, lots of terrible pitching, and lots of scoring. So in KBOs, if we want to translate this to actionable info, I would say KBO, always go for overs. Japanese baseball, always go for unders. But the rule change is the most consequential thing about the difference between MLB and Asian baseball. You never want to take a run line. You never want to bet a -1 in Asian baseball.
As I mentioned, Tokyo Brandon has been on a tear, and that includes all sports. 3 out of the last 4 years, he was number 1 at WagerTalk, plus 256 units. Brandon, before we let you go, anything you'd like to leave our audience with?
Yeah, there's a code. You can get 3 days of all access any time of the year. And if you use code TB3, you can use that code when you check out. 3 days access, huge discount any time of the year. Go ahead and use that and cash in with me.